Okay, Joe, you're gonna love this one.
You're gonna love this one.
You're gonna love this one.
Okay, what is it?
Because this is the one I was telling you about earlier today that I was like, you're gonna love this one.
Okay.
Nice.
So remember
Are they gonna
how-
love it? Is he gonna love it?
He's gonna love it. He's gonna love it for sure. Okay, so
Was that flirting?
do you remember how we were talking about how you would love to be part of a group that ends up like infiltrating some like operation shit and then like just dismantling, right?
The corruption?
Yeah, the corruption and stuff.
I don't like corruption unless I'm the one that's benefiting from it.
Right. So
That's usually how corruption works, I think.
true. Exactly. That's the definition. Yeah, so the Dutch police officers, they raided a criminal gang's hideout and they discovered they were preparing it to be a torture chamber.
Dutch thugs?
Dutch thugs.
I mean, it's not hard to find out where they are because they all got wooden shoes.
All of them have clocks.
And then clack, 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 clack. Fool, you ain't hiding, you ain't fooling me. I know where you at. Trying to be all sneaky and shit.
Yeah, so the police, they discovered 7 shipping containers in a warehouse that was used by this gang in southern Netherlands. And so 6 of the containers, they were converted into these makeshift prison cells. And then the other one, the 7th one, was like definitely intended to.
That's like Hostel.
Exactly.
Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Or it's more like Saw. Like how, you know, like he actually had like a whole ass like,
play a game?
Yeah, with like chains and shit.
Thank you.
exactly.
So they don't like these escape rooms?
All
Yeah, I
right.
think these ones usually are like involving real torture. It's not like
Real
a game.
torture. Real
Oh.
ones. It's real.
Fucking girls isn't good enough, huh? Because out in the Netherlands, they got Amsterdam there.
That was the connection. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go there, and instead of going to Amsterdam, they go to Copenhagen or wherever. I don't know.
Is that Denmark?
That's Denmark. Copenhagen.
Whoops, I mean, what's the other one? They got Amsterdam and they got the Notre Dame, right? No, there's another dam.
Nottingham.
Rotterdam. No, it's Rotterdam. I think it's Rotterdam.
Hoover Dam?
Herbert Hoover.
Damn. That's some
No,
jokes.
I think it's Rotterdam.
God damn it.
Yeah, all right.
Fucking damn.
So I have a video to show you guys of the raid.
That's scary, dude.
You ready?
Who's getting tortured?
European gangsters are kind of scary.
Oh, they got helicopters like us.
It's made out of tulips.
How did they edit this so good like a...
Oh, Casey edited it faster.
Oh.
Whoa! What was that?
It was like handcuffs and chains.
They caught him?
They caught a suspect, yeah.
Someone was in there?
No, or like there was like people preparing them.
That's an electric chair.
They had police uniforms.
Oh, fuck.
That's fucking crazy.
Why do they have to have foil everywhere?
Look at this shit.
That's some taken shit, dude.
Well, it's because if someone dies and there's blood splatter, they want to clean up that whole thing.
Replace the foil with
So
new foil.
forensics can't find it.
Right. And so, okay, so here's the situation. They had suspected like this one person, and so they were watching him, and so it was actually from this like Android type of phone that criminals use to do their criminal things, because as soon as you send a message, it's like self-destructs and all this shit. So through that,
Criminal phones like that on Android?
yeah, it's called Encro phones, and but now it's like no longer like allowed to be produced or whatever. Anyway, the point is, they ended up finding this dude. They started like watching him, and they saw that he had properties, and like at this one particular warehouse where those 7
So rich.
and then they were monitoring like the people going in, and they noticed that they were preparing these containers. And so once they got closer to finishing them, that's when the police raided and got everyone. So as far as I know, the way they're telling the story, it doesn't seem as if anyone has actually been tortured there or kidnapped. But they did, because they were looking into the criminals' phones and like the chats and all that, they were able to narrow down potential victims and then warn the victims and keep them safe.
What about the customers? The customers that are buying this service? Or Is it a serial killer that's doing this, or is it a criminal enterprise?
Criminal enterprise kind of thing.
That are creating torture chamber funds.
Yeah, it's like that.
And then so they grab up people, kidnap them or whatever, and then it's like some rich dude gets to fulfill his fantasy.
Oh, what the fuck?
I don't know who the clients are, but it's a gang. So this is like gang, like criminal act.
What game does this?
Maybe they're just doing it to the rival gang.
I mean, that's a lot of preparation, and I don't know.
It could be a place. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Oh yeah, it is Rotterdam. They mentioned Rotterdam here, which is the second warehouse that they had that they also raided. Yeah.
Right next to Hoover Dam.
And what's
It's
it?
crazy because when I think of Netherlands and Europe, I think it's so safe. I think it's so nice. And then you go, one of those containers has somebody that's getting fucking cow prodded in their ball sack with.
But I also know there's some sort of like taken shit going on. You know what I mean?
True.
In Europe in general,
In general.
involving Liam Neeson specifically.
Fucking taking shit, some kidnapping, some European mob shit.
Dude, the police, they found pruning shears, loopers, branch saws, scalpels, pliers, extra handcuffs, finger cuffs, which I had never even knew that they
Finger handcuffs?
I know, like,
The Chinese finger trap.
they look like handcuffs, but they're for fingers.
They're probably dick cuffs.
I mean, for fingers though.
Oh, I don't know.
One size
That's pretty
fits all.
small. That's a big.
It's to have two guys stuck together.
So,
Imagine trying to
And
walk
also
like that.
Tape, baklavas.
baklava? They got desserts?
I love Armenian desserts.
Balaclava. Yes, I can't say it.
Balaclava.
Thank you. That.
Balaclava.
That.
Ball of lava?
What is that?
It's like a ski mask where you can just have your eyes out.
Yeah. Close-fitting garment covering the whole head and neck except for parts of the face typically made of wool. And black cotton bags that could be pulled over the victim's head.
Like in the movies.
They thought of everything.
And so also, by the way, I forgot to mention that the guy that they were looking into, he's involved in drug trafficking things, and that's how they ended up like digging deeper and then found these torture chamber things. Wow. They also found, so the warehouse was equipped with a whole bunch of weapons, with 7 small firearms and a Chinese variant of the AK-47 assault rifle, and then they also found 17 more firearms and more than 50 pounds of the drug MDMA.
Ecstasy.
Do you feel like some gangs watch movies to get like ideas for new ways to like fuck with people?
Or is it the other way around? Movies, watch.
Maybe both. It goes around back and forth, you know?
I think the movie people are more creative than the
I
gang
think so
people.
too.
So then they watch that and they're like, ooh, finger loppers. That's good.
Yeah, I don't know, it's crazy.
I think a lot of the movie people, they talk to experts or like former gangsters and they do a lot of research and they go, wow, that's a crazy story, and then they put it in.
Yeah, but then they mutate it in a certain way that makes
Probably.
it better for visualization.
Oh, and then they get excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that Hollywood knows shit that we don't know yet, and then they put it in their movies like, oh, imagine how crazy. And then years later, like decades later, they're like, what the fuck? Like now it's
And
like,
Hollywood runs that shit.
That's true. James Bond was talking on cell phones in the 60s.
exactly.
James Bond was talking on cell phones in the 60s?
You know what I always wanted, but I never got? Remember back in the day, they used to have car phones?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
connected and you do the fucking...
Rotary phone.
Then you would do this in the car?
Yeah, in the car they had those.
I thought it went straight to at least the, yeah.
That's too advanced.
It was these ones.
That you had to use your steering wheel.
You're just making fucking donuts. Trying to make a phone call.
Oh man.
Oh, that's super funny. But yeah, man.
Whenever I think about these criminal organizations, I'm always like, dang, God, I don't live in this world.
Yeah.
That world.
Which world are you talking about?
They're in the same
'Cause he lives
world
in
as
fantasy-
us.
No, he lives in fantasy world. That's like,
Got it.
Well, I go, thank God there's fucking SWAT motherfuckers like that. They're like,
hell yeah. I'm so
But
glad
even
to talk
them,
about
they're the
it.
ones. Did you hear that audio? It's like they opened up the container, they saw the fucking police outfits, and they're like, oh shit, you know, like,
It could be one of us.
yeah, like how are they getting this shit?
cause that's messed up right there. It's like, imagine these gangsters are putting on police uniforms, so dressed like police, and then they're going out and they're like capturing somebody as police, which is probably what's happening in Portland right now, by the way. Capturing them,
True.
and then just fucking taking them in unmarked vans, and then bringing them to shipping.
And that's why when people be like, why don't you comply with the police? This is the reason why.
Mafia members have police uniforms.
A lot of people you just don't know. I don't know, but it's kind of scary. And I'm like glad that I can clench my gun and go to sleep feeling safe. I'll go to sleep like this. I sleep like this every night. I go to sleep with my gun in my hand every night.
Trigger control.
What's that noise? Oh, it's a squirrel. Shit.
Oh no, good thing you don't live with anyone.
Yeah, he
that's
lives
why.
with a bunch of squirrels though.
How cute. I pictured little fluffy tails everywhere, that's why.
Yeah, and also a
But-
bunch of dead squirrels on walls just shot out everywhere and shit.
Pretty cute too, yeah.
No, it's not cute anymore.
I don't know why I went there. Sometimes you just
Visualize.
yeah.
So do we know who they were targeting? Like, did they release any info on like
No,
the target?
Obviously, they're not
Squirrels.
gonna release the potential victim.
That's crazy. I wonder who was the receiver of the torture.
What if we create a new law where we, if they were gonna prepare these people to get tortured, everyone involved in this, they have to use those. Yeah, they have to do the program.
Dang, starting with the finger cuffs.
Yeah, it's like
Starting with the 1,000 pounds of MDMA. Fucking all rolling and shit. And then you put the fucking shit on them, see what happens.
They're just having fun. They're like,
my fingers stretch.
And then you put the mask on for no reason. Oh,
It feels so good in my face.
They're just like balaclava.
now put on the police outfits. Freeze.
No, you know how with MDMA, like ecstasy, like intensifies touch and shit.
Yeah.
What if they use that to like make the torturing even more intensified?
I feel like it's not used for torturing. I think they're just selling that on the
think they're
side.
selling that.
Yeah.
But it just saves space to have them together.
I don't know if I can feel pain on it.
Less pain on it, right?
Yeah.
I think it like turns off some of your pain receptors.
It just makes me dance and chew my teeth.
true. Ever like chewed your gums?
Chew
But then you wake
my
up the next
teeth?
morning, you're like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You don't feel that until afterwards. You're like,
That's not the MDMA though. That's usually the other stuff within it.
oh.
So like usually, apparently, when you take like really pure MDMA, you don't.
You don't get to choose?
Yeah, you don't like jaw as much or like have as much of a come down or anything. It's supposed to be clean and pure. The reason why people usually feel those sensations or like they're sweaty or they're floored or they're whatever is because of the extra stuff that's put into the powder and
Good stuff.
make it cheaper. Yeah, literally it's speed. Right?
I don't like
it's
that
literally things
stuff.
like speed or
True. I end up sweating so much.
Hello guys, thank you guys so much for watching all of our videos, and I know it's been a million years in the making, but we finally got Just Kidding News merch.
Yep.
So make sure you go down to the store below and you can
Wow.
yeah, and you can get a piece of JK News. And thank you guys for supporting.
Thank you.
Bye bye.